to welcome you to our tour today. For those of you who don't know me very well, my name is Kelsey and I am originally from Chicago. And my husband and I moved to Valencia, Spain last February. We're loving it, it's beautiful, and I have been taking quite a few trips lately, so this is one of the beautiful places that I am so excited to bring you to. So let's go ahead and get started. Nestled in the rolling hills of East Sussex, Lewes stands as a quintessential English town brimming with history, culture, and natural beauty. With its winding cobblestone streets, centuries-old architecture, and panoramic views of the South Downs, Lewes exudes an undeniable charm that captivates visitors from near and far. Steeped in tradition and folklore, this historic town boasts a fascinating past, evident in its well-preserved landmarks, including the imposing Lewes Castle and the ancient Lewes Priory ruins. As the gateway to the stunning Sussex countryside, Lewes offers a perfect blend of old-world charm and modern sophistication, making it a must-visit destination for travelers like us seeking an authentic English experience. While we explore this beautiful location, let me give you a little bit of background about England's history and how it became the nation that we know today. In ancient times, England was inhabited by various Celtic tribes, including the Britons, who were known to the Romans as the Britannia. These tribes lived in small settlements and practiced agriculture, animal husbandry, and craftsmanship. Around the year 43, the Roman Empire invaded Britain under the command of Emperor Claudius, initiating a period of Roman rule that lasted nearly 4 centuries. During this time, Roman influence spread across England, leading to the construction of roads, cities, and fortifications, such as Hadrian's Wall in the north to defend against the Pictish raids. During the Roman Empire, England experienced significant cultural, social, and economic integration with the wider Roman world. Roman towns and cities such as Londinium, or modern-day London, became bustling centers of trade and administration. The Romans introduced advanced agricultural techniques, built infrastructure such as baths and amphitheaters, and established a network of roads connecting different parts of the province. Moreover, Roman influence extended beyond material culture, shaping language, law, and religion in England. London, during the Roman period, was known as Londinium. It was founded by the Romans shortly after their invasion of Britain in the year 43 and quickly grew into a thriving urban center. Londinium served as a major port and commercial hub, facilitating trade between Britain and the rest of the Roman Empire. The city boasted impressive structures, including a forum, temples, and public baths, indicating its importance as a political, economical, and cultural hub of Roman Britain. The name Londinium likely derived from a Celtic word meaning wild or uninhabited, reflecting its early origins as a settlement established by the Romans on the banks of the River Thames. Following the decline of the Roman Empire in the 5th century, England entered a period known as the Dark Ages, characterized by political fragmentation, invasions by various Germanic tribes, and the gradual retreat of Roman influence. During this time, Anglo-Saxon kingdoms emerged, each vying for supremacy over the island. The conversion to Christianity, spearheaded by missionaries such as Augustine of Canterbury in the 6th century, brought about significant changes in English society and culture. The subsequent centuries saw the consolidation of Anglo-Saxon power, marked by the rise of powerful kingdoms known as Mercia, Northumbria, and Wessex. The Viking invasions of the 8th and 9th centuries further shaped England's destiny, leading to a period of conflict and eventual integration in between the Anglo-Saxons and Norse settlers. The reign of Alfred the Great, the King of Wessex, in the late 9th century saw the establishment of a unified Anglo-Saxon kingdom and the beginnings of a revival in learning and culture. This period laid the foundation for the later medieval period in England, setting the stage for the Norman conquest in 1066 and the subsequent transformation of English society and governance. After the Norman conquest, England underwent profound changes under Norman rule. William the Conqueror, the first Norman king of England, implemented a centralized system of governance, including Norman feudal institutions and reshaping English society. The Norman kings constructed castles, established a feudal system of land tenure, and commissioned the compilation of a Domesday Book, a comprehensive survey of landholdings and resources in England. This period also witnessed the infusion of Norman French culture and language into English society, leading to the emergence of Middle English as the lingua franca. Subsequent centuries, England experienced a period of political instability, dynastic conflicts, and territorial expansion. The Plantagenet dynasty, which ruled England from the 12th to the 15th century, saw the height of England's medieval power, with kings such as Richard the Lionheart and Edward I asserting English authority over Wales, Scotland, and parts of Ireland. The later Plantagenet period was marked by the Wars of Roses, a series of dynastic conflicts between rival branches of the Plantagenet family, culminating in the establishment of the Tudor dynasty in 1485. The Tudor monarchs, notably Henry VIII and Elizabeth I, oversaw the English Reformation, the expansion of English maritime power, and the flourishing of English Renaissance culture. Following the Tudor era, England experienced significant political, religious, and social upheavals during the Stuart period. The Stuart dynasty, which began with James I in 1603, faced challenges such as conflicts between Crown and Parliament, religious tensions, and civil wars. The English Civil War between 1642 and 1651 culminated in the execution of King Charles I and the establishment of the Commonwealth under Oliver Cromwell. However, the monarchy was restored in 1660, 9 years later, with the ascension of Charles II, leading to a period known as the Restoration. In the 18th and 19th centuries, England saw transformation into a global power through the Industrial Revolution, which brought about profound economic, social, and technological changes. Industrialization led to urbanization, the growth of cities such as Manchester and Birmingham, and the expansion of trade and commerce. The British Empire expanded rapidly, with England at its heart, establishing colonies and dominions across the globe. The Victorian era, named after Queen Victoria herself, was characterized by social reform, scientific progress, and cultural prosperity. However, it was also marked by social inequity, political tensions, and the rise of labor movements advocating for workers' rights. In the early 20th century, England faced the tumult of two world wars that profoundly shaped its trajectory. World War I from 1914 to 1918 saw England and its allies engage in a devastating conflict against the Central Powers, resulting in significant loss of life and economic hardship. The war's aftermath brought about societal changes, including the extension of voting rights to women and the restructuring of political boundaries in Europe. The interwar period was characterized by economic challenges and social unrest exacerbated by the Great Depression. However, England's resilience and determination laid the groundwork for its role in World War II from 1939 to 1945, where it played a critical part in the Allied victory against the Axis powers. The war transformed England's society and economy, leading to the emergence of the welfare state, increased government intervention in the economy, and the decline of its colonial power. England emerged from World War II as a key player on the global stage, facing challenges and opportunities of the post-war era with resolve and adaptation. Following World War II, England experienced a period of significant social and cultural change, often referred to as the post-war consensus era. The country underwent a process of reconstruction, focusing on rebuilding infrastructure and industries devastated by the conflicts. The establishment of the National Health Service, the NHS, in 1948 marked a milestone in social welfare, providing universal healthcare access to all citizens, regardless of their socio-economic status. In the latter half of the 20th century, England witnessed the decline of its manufacturing sector and the rise of the service economy, particularly in finance, technology, and entertainment. The swinging 60s brought about a cultural revolution characterized by youth driven movements such as the Beatles led British invasion in music and emergence of fashion trends like the miniskirt. England also grappled with political upheavals, including the decline of traditional party allegiances and the rise of new political ideologies. Additionally, the latter part of the century saw increased calls for devolution of powers, leading to the establishment of the Scottish Parliament and Welsh Assembly in the late 1990s, signaling a shift toward a more decentralized political landscape in the United Kingdom. In modern day England, the country continues to navigate various social, economic, and political challenges while embracing its rich cultural heritage. The nation remains a global hub for finance, innovation, and culture, with cities like London serving as prominent centers for business, technology, and the arts. England's diverse population contributes to its vibrant multicultural landscape, fostering tolerance and diversity. However, the country also faces ongoing debates surrounding issues such as Brexit, immigration, racism, healthcare, and environmental sustainability. Despite these challenges, England remains resilient, with its people proud of their heritage and committed to shaping a prosperous and inclusive future for generations to come. All right, so as we're seeing all of these beautiful things and beautiful people, let me tell you a little bit of history about the history of fashion in England. Fashion here has a rich and diverse history that reflects the country's cultural evolution over the centuries. During the medieval period, England's fashion was heavily influenced by its European neighbors, with elaborate garments adorned with intricate embroidery and luxurious fabrics. The Tudor era saw the rise of distinctive styles such as the iconic Tudor silhouette, characterized by voluminous skirts and elaborate headwear. In the 17th and 18th centuries, fashion became more refined and elegant, with the emergence of the Georgian and Regency styles, which emphasized simplicity and sophistication. The Victorian era saw a resurgence of opulence and extravagance, with elaborate dresses and intricate accessories reflecting the prosperity of the time. In the 20th century, England became a global hub for fashion innovation and creativity, with London at the forefront of its cutting-edge design. The swinging 60s brought about a cultural revolution, with London's Carnaby Street and King's Road becoming synonymous with youth culture and fashion experimentation. The punk movement of the 1970s challenged conventional ideas of fashion, with designers like Vivienne Westwood pushing the boundaries of style and self-expression. Today, England continues to be a major player in the global fashion industry, with renowned designers like Stella McCartney, Alexander McQueen, and Burberry shaping trends and influencing fashion worldwide. Some fun facts for you about fashion here in England. The first fashion magazine, the English Woman's Domestic Magazine, was published in England in 1861. The term trench coat originated from the coats worn by British soldiers during World War I, known as trench coats because they were often worn in the trenches. The world's first department store, Bon Marché, was inspired by English shopping emporiums and opened in Paris in 1838. The quintessential English garment, the bowler hat, was invented by London hat makers Thomas and William Bowler in 1849. The Royal Ascot horse racing event is famous for its strict dress code, which includes hats for women and morning dress for men. The phrase, "the cat's pajamas," originated in England in the 1920s, used to describe something stylish or excellent. The bikini was named after the Bikini Atoll in the Pacific Ocean, where atomic bomb tests were conducted, but its modern design was popularized by British fashion designer Louis Réard in 1946. The Beatles' influence on fashion extended beyond music, with their distinctive mod style inspiring a generation of young people in the 1960s. The London Fashion Week, held biannually in February and September, is one of the world's most prestigious fashion events, showcasing the latest collections from top designers. The Duchess of Cambridge, Kate Middleton, has become a global fashion icon known for her elegant and sophisticated style choices, which often spark trends and sell out items within minutes, similarly to her mother in law, the late Princess Diana. The history of fashion in England is rich and diverse, and it has evolved over centuries. Alright, so as we explore, let me tell you a little bit about architecture in England and how it became this beautiful location that it is today. Architecture in England spans centuries of history and reflects the country's diverse cultural influences and evolving architectural styles. During the medieval period, England was renowned for its majestic cathedrals and castles, such as Canterbury Cathedral and the Tower of London, which showcased intricate Gothic architecture characterized by pointed arches, ribbed vaults, and soaring spires. The Tudor era introduced distinctive timber-framed houses with their characteristic black and white facades, while the Georgian period saw the rise of elegant townhouses and neoclassical buildings influenced by ancient Roman and Greek architecture. The Industrial Revolution of the 18th and 19th centuries brought about significant changes in England's architectural landscape, with the emergence of Victorian architecture characterized by grand public buildings, terraced houses, and ornate railway stations. The arts and crafts movement, led by architects such as William Morris and Charles Rennie Mackintosh, sought to revive traditional craftsmanship and promote simplicity and functionality in design. In the 20th century, England embraced modernist architecture, with iconic structures like the Lloyd's Building in London and the Barbican Estate showcasing innovative design and geometric forms. Some interesting facts for you. The Houses of Parliament, also known as the Palace of Westminster, is one of the most iconic landmarks in England and features the famous Big Ben clock tower. The Tower of London, built by William the Conqueror in the 11th century, has served variously as a royal palace, a fortress, and a prison throughout its history. The city of Bath is renowned for its well-preserved Georgian architecture, including the famous Royal Crescent and the Roman-built baths. The Shard, located in London, is the tallest building in the United Kingdom and offers panoramic views of the city from its observation deck. The Gherkin, officially known as 30 St. Mary Axe, is a distinctive skyscraper in London's financial district, known for its unconventional shape and energy-efficient design. Stonehenge, a prehistoric monument located in Wiltshire, is one of the world's most famous archaeological sites and dates back over 4,000 years. The Brighton Pavilion, built for King George IV in the early 19th century, is a remarkable example of Indo-Saracenic revival architecture with its exotic domes and minarets. The Eden Project in Cornwall features a series of biomes housing plants from around the world, and it is housed within large translucent domes made of ETFE plastic. The Angel of the North, a contemporary sculpture located in Gateshead, England, is one of the most recognizable landmarks in the country, standing at 20 meters tall or 60 feet, with a wingspan of 54 meters or over 150 feet. The medieval city of York is famous for its well-preserved city walls, narrow cobbled streets, and iconic landmarks such as York Minster and the Shambles. Architecture in England varies widely, and it reflects the country's diverse cultural influences and evolving styles. What's your favorite type of architecture in England? Okay, so as we meander, let me give you some info on festivals you might encounter in England. England hosts a plethora of festivals throughout the year, ranging from traditional celebrations to modern cultural events. One of the most iconic festivals is the Notting Hill Carnival, annually held in London. This vibrant event celebrates Caribbean culture with colorful parades, live music, and delicious food. Another popular festival is Glastonbury, one of the world's largest music festivals, which attracts thousands of music enthusiasts from around the globe. The Chelsea Flower Show is a must visit for gardening enthusiasts, showcasing stunning floral displays and innovative gardening designs. Other notable festivals. These include the Edinburgh Fringe Festival, the Durham Lumiere Festival, and the Manchester International Festival, each offering unique experiences and entertainment. Some fun facts for you. The Notting Hill Carnival is the largest street festival in Europe, attracting over 1 million visitors every year. Glastonbury Festival, held on a dairy farm in Somerset, is one of the most famous music festivals in the world and has been running since 1970. The Chelsea Flower Show is organized by the Royal Horticultural Society, and it has been held annually since 1913, except during World War I and World War II. The Edinburgh Fringe Festival is the world's largest arts festival, featuring thousands of performances across various genres, including comedy, theater, and music. The Durham Lumiere Festival is a biennial event that transforms the historic city of Durham with stunning light installations and projections. The Manchester International Festival showcases original, new work from across the spectrum of performing arts, visual arts, and popular culture. The Hay Festival of Literature and Arts, held in the Welsh border town of Hay-on-Wye, is a renowned literary festival that attracts top authors, thinkers, and speakers from around the world. The Bristol International Balloon Fiesta is Europe's largest annual hot air balloon event, featuring mass ascents, night glows, and spectacular balloon displays. The Oxford and Cambridge Boat Race, held annually on the River Thames in London, is one of England's oldest sporting events, dating back to 1829. Last but not least, the Royal Cornwall Show is one of the UK's largest agricultural shows, featuring livestock competitions, equestrian events, and a wide range of rural activities. What is your favorite festival? Let me know in the comments below. While we explore some of these beautiful things, let me give you a little bit of history of the British royal family, and of course, the Queen. The British royal family has a long and storied history that spans centuries, tracing its roots back to the early medieval period. The modern British monarchy, as we know it today, can be traced back to the Norman conquest of England in 1066, when William the Conqueror became the first Norman king of England. Over the centuries, the monarchy evolved, with notable monarchs such as Henry VIII, Elizabeth I, and Victoria leaving their mark on British history. The monarchy's power fluctuated over time, reaching its zenith during the height of the British Empire in the 19th century, and gradually transitioning to a constitutional monarchy with limited powers in modern times. Today, King Charles is the reigning king, the son of Queen Elizabeth II, who was the longest reigning monarch in British history. Some interesting facts for you about the royal family and Queen Elizabeth II, who passed away on September 8th, 2022. The British royal family has its own dedicated website where members of the public can access official information, news, and updates about the royals. The Queen's official birthday was celebrated on a different day each year, usually in June, with the Trooping the Colours ceremony held in London. The British royal family has a strong tradition of philanthropy and charitable work, with members supporting numerous causes and organizations. Buckingham Palace, the official residence of the British monarch in London, has over 775 rooms, including 52 royal and guest bedrooms. The Queen's official title was Elizabeth II by the grace of God of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland and of her other realms and territories, Queen, Head of the Commonwealth, Defender of the Faith. Imagine signing your name. The British royal family is known for its iconic landmarks, including Windsor Castle, Balmoral Castle, and Sandringham House, which serve as private residences and retreats for the royals. The Queen's corgis, a beloved breed of dog synonymous with the British monarchy, have been a fixture at Buckingham Palace for decades. The British royal family has its own set of traditions and customs, including the annual Christmas broadcast, where the Queen delivered a televised message to the nation. The Queen's coronation took place on June 2nd, 1953 at Westminster Abbey, making her the 39th monarch to be crowned at this historic venue. The British royal family has experienced its fair share of scandals and controversies over the years, but it remains a source of fascination and intrigue for people around the world nonetheless. Okay, so as we explore, let me tell you a little bit about English people. Often characterized by their renowned politeness and dry sense of humor, the people in England are known for their rich cultural heritage and diverse society. The English population is a melting pot of different ethnicities, religions, and backgrounds, reflecting centuries of migration and settlement. Despite this diversity, there are certain cultural traits that are commonly associated with the English, such as the love of tea, a passion for sports like football and cricket, and a fondness for queuing or getting in a line. The English are also renowned for their contributions to literature, music, and the arts, with famous figures like William Shakespeare, the Beatles, and J.K. Rowling hailing from England. Some more fun facts for you about English people. The English are famous for their love of tea, with the average person in England consuming around 3 cups per day. The English language, spoken by 1.5 billion people at least worldwide, originated in England and has evolved over centuries. The English are known for their dry sense of humor and wit, which is often characterized by sarcasm and understatement. Cricket, often referred to as the gentleman's game, is one of England's most popular sports and has been played in the country for centuries. The English are avid gardeners, with gardening being a popular pastime and many households maintaining their own gardens. The English countryside is dotted with picturesque villages and historic market towns, providing a charming backdrop to rural life. Traditional English cuisine includes dishes such as fish and chips, roast beef with Yorkshire pudding, and afternoon tea with scones and clotted cream. The English are known for their love of pubs, which are central to community life and often serve as meeting places for socializing and enjoying a pint of beer. The monarchy plays a significant role in English culture, with the British royal family being one of the most well-known and widely followed monarchies in the world. English people are renowned for their politeness and manners, with phrases such as please, thank you, and excuse me being commonly used in everyday interactions. Alright, so while we walk, let me give you a little bit of history about Jane Austen, an English novelist known for her keen observation of the manners and morals of the British upper class. Born on December 16, 1775 in Steventon, Hampshire, England, Jane Austen was an English novelist, and her novels, including Pride and Prejudice, Sense and Sensibility, and Emma, are celebrated for their wit, social commentary, and timeless characters. Despite receiving little recognition during her lifetime, Austen's works gained popularity in the decades following her death and have since become literary classics. Some interesting facts for you. Austen initially published her novels anonymously, with only a few family members even aware of her authorship during her time. Pride and Prejudice, Austen's most famous work, was initially titled First Impressions and was rejected for publication by several publishers before finally being accepted. Austen completed 6 major novels during her lifetime, including Sense and Sensibility, Pride and Prejudice, Mansfield Park, Emma, Northanger Abbey, and Persuasion. Austen's novels often explored themes of love, marriage, and social status, and the role of women in society, with a keen eye for nuances of human relationships. Austen's writing is characterized by its irony, humor, and astute observations of human behavior, earning her a reputation as one of the greatest novelists in the English language. Despite her success as a novelist, Austen never married and lived a relatively quiet life in rural England, where she drew inspiration from her surroundings and the people she encountered. Austen's novels have been adapted into numerous film, television, and stage productions, with Pride and Prejudice and Sense and Sensibility among the most popular adaptations. Jane's works have also inspired a devoted fan base known as Janeites, who celebrated her life and work through fan clubs, conventions, and other events. Austen's novels continue to be studied and analyzed by scholars and literary critics who explore themes such as feminism, class, and the role of the narrator in her works. Austen's legacy endures today, with her novels remaining beloved classics that continue to resonate with readers around the world, inspiring new generations of fans and adaptations. What is your favorite Jane Austen novel? Let me know in the comments below. All right, so as we walk, let me give you some history on a few of the things that have been invented in England. The steam engine. Invented by Thomas Newcomen in 1712, the steam engine revolutionized transportation and industry, leading to the Industrial Revolution. The telephone. Alexander Graham Bell is credited with inventing the telephone in 1876, revolutionizing communication worldwide. The World Wide Web. Tim Berners-Lee invented the World Wide Web in 1989, laying the foundation for the modern internet and transforming how information is accessed and shared. Television. In 1925, it was demonstrated that the first working television system could pave the way for the development of modern television technology. Radar. Developed during World War II, radar technology was instrumental in detecting and tracking enemy aircrafts, submarines, and missile systems. Penicillin. Sir Alexander Fleming discovered penicillin in 1928, revolutionizing medicine by introducing the first antibiotic. Jet engine. Sir Frank Whittle and Hans von Ohain independently developed the jet engine in 1930, revolutionizing air travel by enabling faster and more efficient aircrafts. The electric light bulb. Although Thomas Edison is often associated with the invention of the light bulb, Joseph Swan, an English physicist, developed a similar incandescent light bulb in 1878. The ATM automated teller machine. The first ATM was installed by Barclays Bank in Enfield, London in 1967, revolutionizing banking by allowing customers to access their cash and conduct transactions outside of banking hours. Vaccinations. Edward Jenner developed the world's first successful smallpox vaccine in 1796, laying the foundation for modern vaccination practices and saving countless lives from infectious diseases. While we walk, let me tell you a little bit about the history of art and literature here in England. Art and lit have long been integral to the cultural identity of England, with a rich and diverse history that spans centuries. The roots of English literature can be traced back to the Anglo-Saxon period, with works such as the epic poem The Canterbury Tales by Geoffrey Chaucer. The Renaissance period saw a flourishing of English literature marked by the works of playwrights like William Shakespeare, whose plays continue to be celebrated and performed around the world. The 18th and 19th centuries brought the Romantic movement, with poets such as William Wordsworth, Samuel Taylor Coleridge, and John Keats leaving an indelible mark on English literature. In the realm of art, England has produced some of the world's most renowned painters, from the pre-Raphaelites like Dante Gabriel Rossetti and John Everett Mallet, to the portrait artists of the Tudor period like Hans Holbein the Younger. The 18th century saw the rise of landscape paintings with artists like J.M.W. Turner, while the 19th century brought the Victorian era's sentimental and narrative art, exemplified by the works of Sir Lawrence Alma-Tama and the Pre-Raphaelite Brotherhood. Despite its rich and storied history, English art and literature have also had their share of fascinating and quirky facts. Let me tell you some interesting tidbits. The first English novel is often considered to be Daniel Defoe's Robinson Crusoe, published in 1719, which tells the tale of a castaway's adventures on a deserted island. The Bronte sisters, Charlotte, Emily, and Anne, were all accomplished novelists, with Charlotte's Jane Eyre, Emily's Wuthering Heights, and Anne's The Tenant of Wildfell Hall among their most famous works. The Harry Potter series, written by J.K. Rowling, has become one of the best-selling book series in history, captivating readers of all ages with its magical world and compelling characters. The Globe Theatre, famously associated with William Shakespeare, was originally built in 1599 but burned down in 1613 during a performance of Henry VIII. It was rebuilt the following year and operated until 1642, when it was closed by the Puritans. The iconic detective Sherlock Holmes was created by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle and first appeared in the novel A Study in Scarlet in 1887. The Canterbury Tales by Geoffrey Chaucer, written in the late 14th century, is a collection of stories told by pilgrims traveling to Canterbury Cathedral and offers a vivid snapshot of medieval life. Agatha Christie. Often dubbed the Queen of Crime, Agatha Christie is the best-selling novelist of all time, with over 2 billion copies of her books sold worldwide. The Harry Potter film series, based on J.K. Rowling's novels, has grossed over $7.7 billion US worldwide, making it one of the highest-grossing film franchises in history. The British Library, located in London, is the largest national library in the world by number of items catalogued, with over 170 million items in its collections. The Turner Prize, established in 1984, is awarded annually to a British visual artist under the age of 50 and has become one of the most prestigious awards in contemporary art. In addition to its literary and artistic achievements, England boasts a rich tradition of theatre and performance. The West End in London is renowned for its world-class theatre productions, with famous venues like the Royal Opera House, the National Theatre, and Shakespeare's Globe Theatre, attracting audiences from around the globe. The West End is particularly celebrated for its musicals, with iconic shows like Les Miserables, The Phantom of the Opera, and The Lion King, captivating audiences for decades. English literature and art continue to evolve and inspire, with contemporary authors and artists making their mark on the global stage. From the experimental works of authors like Kazuo Ishiguro and Zadie Smith to the thought-provoking installations of artists like Damien Hirst and Banksy, England remains a vibrant hub of creativity and innovation. Whether exploring the streets of London's vibrant art scene or immersing ourselves in the pages of a classic English novel, the legacy of England's literary and artistic heritage continues to captivate and inspire audiences worldwide. As the sun sets over Lewes, casting its golden glow upon the ancient streets and picturesque landscapes, visitors are left with memories of a town steeped in history and brimming with timeless beauty. Whether wandering through its historic sites, exploring its quaint shops and galleries, or simply savoring the tranquility of its natural surroundings, Lewes leaves an indelible impression on all who wander its charming streets. As we bid farewell to this enchanting town, take with us the warmth of its hospitality, the richness of its culture, and the promise to return to explore its hidden gems once more. Until next time, Lewes beckons with open arms, inviting us to discover its timeless allure and create new memories amidst its historic splendor. What was your favorite part of Lewes? Let me know in the comments below. For a more in-depth look at this location, as well as over 100 locations around the world, check out my Explore with Kelsey tours in the Buy Me a Coffee links in the information below this video. Happy travels! Thank you all so much for coming. Thank you for your donations, for your tips, for your PayPals. And as always, thank you for being a part of my traveling family. I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye, everyone. Don't forget to follow and like this video for more with me, Explore with Kelsey.